Yes, sir.
This is for both of you. When you hit a plateau in your playing, what kind of educational tools do you go to try to get yourself
Back
beyond what you feel is plateau?
I feel like I'm there now. I really do. Yeah.
I always try to practice something new when I'm home, whether it's a fill or even if it's just like, because we both do sessions too, and that's always something we both want to grow at. So I always just record myself on Pro Tools and listen back and really critique myself. So that's one way I kind of, it's a way of, even though like you're not trying to learn something new, because if you think about it, what you hear on the radio nowadays, like money beats of like boom, smack, boom, smack. I hate to say it, but you're not going to make any money playing a samba. But you know, listening back and critiquing yourself of like, is my kick drum the same velocity? Is my snare drum the same velocity? You know, am I mixing myself well? Is everything balanced? That's also practicing in its own right of listening while still playing, and then go back and just constantly do it over and over and over again till you kind of feel like, okay, everything feels good, everything sounds good. But do you guys know the book The New Breed by Gary Chester? Yeah, I still work out of that book because I haven't touched it in forever, and for independence sake, that thing is awesome.
Yeah, I do. I feel like I'm at a plateau right now, and I don't. My biggest struggle is I don't really know what to work on, and then people tell me what to work on, and then I'm just thick, and I'm just like, well, I don't know. So it's my own fault, is what I'm saying. But I take lessons. Do y'all know Victor Wooten? Dude, it's like, you know, hero of mine. I'm just like, wow, he's the best, you know. And his brother teaches there in town, and his brother taught him when he was a kid, and he's just a very musical guy. His name's Reggie. So I go take lessons with him, and he's incredible, and I'm just like, whoa. So I leave there pretty inspired. So I take lessons. You were saying you go to, like, camps and stuff. I'm sure that's super inspiring.
Wait, whose camps? Rich Redmond?
No,
He's a guitarist.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You're sorry that I'm a guitarist?
No, I thought you were a drummer, and I was going to say, sorry that you jokingly went to Rich's camp.
Wow.
No, I love him. He's awesome. Please don't tell him that. I said that. He's my dad.
But yeah, you know, I think about stuff like that, like you're doing. That's great. I could stand to do that more. Sometimes I find myself like touring and laundry and life, just, you know. I will say on that note,
it gets in the way.
Yeah, a little bit. Even psychologically, I'm just like, oh, I don't even know if I need to be practicing. I just need to sleep, you know. So
you know what I found out though too is like, I mean, maybe I could speak for both of us, but you know, even when I want to learn all this cool, complicated stuff, then I think to myself, it's cool I have it in my bag of tricks, but I can only really use this in my solo if we do a medley. For the most part, I'm just playing the tunes. Like, I wish we played on the records, but we don't. But we are learning as we're learning these songs of like, I'm like, oh, cool, I would never thought to play this fill. Or like, I'm learning a new fill while learning these songs. And, you know, learning, the groove is not hard, but it's like, okay, cool, I'm learning how to play this in this scenario. And you can be able to play all these cool, fast gospel chops, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, it's like you're playing a song. If you can't groove or play a guitar lick or chords for 3 minutes, then, you know, no one cares that you could play so fast around the drums or do blast beats or whatever. You know, it's like you're going to want to play, like do a Steve Jordan type of deal. Just
So basically, don't be afraid to go back in and look at your fundamentals.
Yeah.
I'm like talking to myself here.
I mean, it's like you just do this, like, sorry, with the snares on. You know, just that right there, as long as it makes someone move, people will enjoy it. Unlike doing like super fast stuff like. For the most part, that stuff's cool, and that pertains to certain genres of music. If you're in Green Day and Blink-182, but those bands are still around, and it's kind of hard, I think, I think rock. We both grew up on rock and roll. This is just my input. I think, unfortunately, rock bands are kind of a dying breed. in a sense. I think it's harder to make it as a rock band. If someone has a different opinion, you could say no, shut up. But I don't know. I think all the best rock bands either have died or they're barely still around. It's in country now. Did someone put a plug-in on this mic? The artist Hardy, who we both love, he's very rock to the core, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I was thinking on the subject of ruts and stuff, like I try to do like a practice routine throughout the week. I've been really bad at it lately. I went for like years of like religiously Monday through Friday, 1 hour, and I have 15-minute segments that I do, and I went for a long time being really good with that. But this last week I fell off the map. So y'all wish me good, send me good vibes. No, but so that helps me at least know that I'm maintaining. So then when I go to do a gig or work on a new, I have like kind of a baseline as far as physically, like my hands still perform the way that I want them to. And then those lessons, they really help me get in there. But yeah, just even having this conversation, answering that question, thinking about it makes me want to, get back in and work on some basics, my ear, that's one thing that I have always struggled with. Rhythm is okay and different stuff, dexterity is okay, but man, my ear, that's something I can always be working on.
I'll say this for drummers as like just a good book to warm up with. If anyone here does not have the Gatman's book in the Clash, if you guys sell it, I highly recommend it. It is a wonderful book. It's by Steve Gadd. It's his first book that he's ever come out with after God knows how many years he's been playing. But it's such a good book for your hands and to only get better, and you can utilize everything within the book on the kit and make it super musical. So I highly recommend that book. I like to warm up with it, or even just take some exercises here and there, throw it into my warm-up routine, and then I'm kind of ready for the day.